Okay, before we leave Elowen's Grove, we will do one more thing. So in the beginning, we actually picked up this, actually not in the beginning, after we killed Marekakak, we had the Grey Dragon Skull. Now this is a great group item, but because there's only one hero in the group, I think I'm actually going to use the trade-in option. So at the bottom of this card it says this item may be traded in for 6 infused seeds in Elowen's Grove. So, and also, if you'll notice, at the bottom of this card, there's also a wielder bonus of energy +2. So I didn't actually increase my energy like I should have when I received this legendary item. So at any rate, we're going to trade it in now, and we are going to get 6 infused seeds. So I'll put that over here. And that means we go back up to 10 infused seeds. Now that we're carrying the Starflower, which is a item that is a group heal, or it functions as an opponent heal, which is a opponent influence, I think what we need to do is get some more essence vines. And a great way to do that is to go to the great trees in the forest and stay there on the event phase to try and get some essence vines. Now we have a couple of ways to do that. We can go back into the map here and we can go to any of those locations, but there's actually a better option. So in the expansion we introduce rules for exploring the Fey Realm. And this is basically a way for the group to stay in the Fey Realm. And if we do, we suffer some energy drain at the beginning of every turn. Both magical nature and spirit opponents are dangerous in the Fey Realm, and only the magical nature and spirit bosses exist in the Fey Realm. We can still do destinations while in the Fey Realm, and more importantly, when we get to when we have access to nature's essence, you actually get access to 2 instead of 1. So basically, what that means is when we harvest nature's essence, we get 1 more unit for free without having to roll. A couple other things that happen when you're in the Fey Realm: you actually get to modify your circumstance die result by 1. So whatever we roll up for our circumstances, we can augment that by 1. One more thing that happens when we're in the Fey Realm: the Magi's power over us is weakened. So what that means is the fate cycle is treated as if it were 2 less for us while we are in the Fey Realm. It still goes up at the correct number, so we won't modify how it moves up, but it does allow us to actually not be affected by it as much. So I think that's what we're going to do. We are going to explore the Fey Realm and try and get some more nature's essence. In order to do that, we have to leave the Elowen's Grove and the Hex tile for the Fey Realm here, and then we go into the world as if we are in the Fey Realm. Alright, so we are going to spend our first movement going back to this third portal here. That's going to place us here. We don't have to roll for that. We're going to continue our movement. Now we are in the Fey Realm yet. We aren't in the normal world. And we're going to go 1, 2. And then we'll roll our skill dice so that we've moved 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's see what we get here. So we have a success on Navigate. We have a success on Explore, which gives us 2 more gold. That's awesome. We have a success on our Survival. So that's also good. Now, we suffer 2 energy drain. We left Elowen's Grove, so we did heal to full on our way out. So we suffer 2 energy drain. So we go down to 8. We do have the Wayfarer's Cloak, so that does protect against 1 of that damage. So we have 9 energy. Alright, and then let's see, we are going to go into the circumstance phase. So we'll roll that. We get a 3. We can either do the animated statue, which is a spirit, the Forestborn Spectre, which is a spirit, or we can do the Magi's Cultist. So let's take a look at that here. We'll go with the animated statue. It is a spirit, so it is going to be dangerous. So let's take a look at that. So it's going to start with 19 health, and it will start with 9 energy. Alright, we have the annoying pixie in the group and the helpful Nixie. So we will take a look at that, and the helpful Nixie is going to do 2 damage. Let's see, the Floromancer here, I think I will do... I am going to use Arrow of Light and also spend a energy to also defend and use Molecular Barrier at half rank. So let's see what they do. We roll a 1 here, so that is going to be single target health. If the target is defending, they receive all defended damage as piercing energy damage. So one of us is going to take 6 health damage. So we're going to roll. Let's see, the yellow will be the helpful Nixie, the blue will be the annoying pixie, and the green will be me, the Floromancer. So we have the yellow, which is the helpful Nixie. The helpful Nixie is going to take 6 damage. Now that means that the helpful Nixie is going to die. It only has 6 health here. So let's see, and I didn't do any kind of a heal. I did do a defend, so I could use an item. I think I'm going to use a green fire potion along with my item and save the helpful Nixie. So the helpful Nixie is going to be healed for 7. I go down to only 1 green fire potion left in my bag. Okay. And then let's see, they didn't defend, so they don't take any piercing damage. And then next, so that's 12 health that the animated statues have left. All right, next round, we have 2 damage incoming. I'm going to also do the same thing, do 4 damage with Arrow of Light. I go down to 7 energy. Let's see what the Spirit does. Maybe we roll a 3 this time, and that's the same thing, single target health, right? So let's see. So we have a 10 again. So the same thing happens the second round. Do I want to use the green fire potion to save him again? I think I will, but I need to change my strategy here and maybe do some healing. I was kind of hoping not that I wouldn't have to use those items, but it's okay, I just did. So we have 6 health left for the animated statue. We're going to do the same thing one more time. It can't happen 3 times in a row, right? I'm gonna take the chance. So I'm gonna do 4 damage with my Arrow of Light. I'm also going to defend. That brings me down to 6 energy. And let's see what they do. I don't have any healing items left, so let's see. We got a 5 this time. Single target energy, and it blocks 10. So that means one of us is taking some energy damage, and it blocks all of the damage that we do this round. So that's not good at all. Let's see who takes the damage. 9. So blue would be the annoying pixie, and he does not have an energy value, so that's actually okay. But it's a wasted round. We don't do any damage. So let's go one more round. I'm going to do 4 damage with Arrow of Light. The helpful Nixie will do his 2 damage. The annoying pixie is just defending. And what do we have here? We have a 3 again. So single target health. Let's see who is hit. I'm hit this time. So I am defending for half, which is going to be 2. And that means I am going to take 3. I'm going to take 6 damage minus 2 is 4. And I am defending, so that also means if the target is defending, they receive all defended damage as piercing energy. So that would be 6 minus 2 is 4, so I take 4 health, I go down to 10, and I take 2 energy. So I go down to 10 health and 3 energy. And we did enough to defeat the statues, which means we get 3 gold. We're up to 27 gold. That is a pretty healthy amount. All right, so that is the end of that circumstance phase. Let's get that card replaced here. All right, so then the event phase. We get to try for a Nature's Essence here. So we're going to roll the D6 because we have harvesting gear, harvesting equipment. Now on a roll of 4 or 5, we get to get an Essence Vine. Now we have a Star Flower, so that means we're going to get 2. We're also in the Fey realm, so if we succeed, we get 3. And not only that, we do have the favor of the Forest Guardian, so if we roll a Hex on that die, we're actually going to get 4 Essence Vines. So let's see what we do here. We have to, I'm also going to, so when you harvest Nature's Essence, you can actually do something here at the top. I can show you on the video here. Harvesting heroes may add 1 energy to the harvest cost to reduce their roll result by 1, or add 1 health and 1 energy to the harvest cost to reduce their roll result by 3. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend 1 health and energy. I'm going to go down to 9 health, 2 energy. And that means I'm going to get a -3 to this roll. We already have a -2 to the roll, so that's a total of -5. And we get a 3. -5 is going to be a crit success on a Hex. So that means we have 4 Essence Vines, making that Star Flower really potent right off the bat. So that's great. I think we should do this again. So we are going to increase the Fate tracker. That is going to go up to 3, 3. All right. Then we are going to just camp here, which means we're going to heal a little bit. We still take that energy drain, so we are going to go up by 4 on our health, and we're going to go up by 1, 4 minus 2 is 2, so we go up by 2 on our energy. All right, so then we enter our skill phase. All right, so I made, oh, and that's a crit. So the nice thing about the survivalist trait here is that we actually crit now because we're rank 6 on a range of +2. So that 2 for survival is a crit, and that means we heal 6 health and 6 energy, bringing us to full. Very nice. All right, so let's see. We miss our navigate. We don't need that, and we missed our survival. So that's, I'm sorry, our explore. All right, so then we have our circumstance for the phase. We get a 2. Let's move that into a 3 because I see a hidden cairn card here. All right, you found a mysterious clearing full of wild magic. The air is serene and somewhat heavy. Each hero roll explore. For each hero who succeeds, the group receives 1 Essence Vine. If at least half the heroes succeeded the explore roll, the group may also draw a card from the fragment deck. Okay, we really need to make this roll. Come on, let's do this. We need a 4 or lower. And we get a Hex! Yeah, right. So that basically means whenever we get Nature's Essence, we get 1 more. So that we get 2 2 Essence Vines here. Not only that, but we get to draw the Fragment card because we actually made that roll. So that was epic. All right. So then we are going to draw that card here, and that is the cairn. All right, so we get either a +1 to navigate, a +1 to our trait, or a power-up card. Now the +1 to our trait doesn't do too much. We're already healing at rank 6, which is pretty good. So I'm going to just take the power-up card instead. We'll put that there. Oh, dude. Alright, so we get all stats +1, including the trait. So that is pretty darn good. Alright, it might take me a minute to put all of these bonuses in here. And then I will show you our card. That was a very, very good round for us so far. We haven't even tried for our Nature's Essence yet. We are up to 15 health and 11 energy. We have 5 attack, 6 defend, 7 synthesis, which gives us a really close, we're really close to rank 8, which is going to be our rank 8 ability. We have a 5 for our healing ray, 7, 5, and 9 for our skills, and look at that, 15 health and 11 energy. We've come a long way from that 4 health that we started with. Also, the Fate Tracker symbol is on this card, but we get to we get to ignore that because we have the Keeper blessing from the Briarkin that we received earlier in the game. Alright, one other thing, we increased that trait to 7. Alright, then that moves us into the event phase. So the event phase, we are going to roll a d6 with our harvesting gear, and we get a 5. So that gives us a chance to get more essence vines. So I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to suffer 1 health and energy to reduce the harvest roll by 1. Puts us down to 14 health and 10 energy. Alright, then we are going to roll the die, and we get -5 on that roll. 3 again! That is 4 more essence vines. We are up to 10 essence vines. Guys, this is going to be epic. If we do this a couple more times, we're going to have a great chance at saving our opponents here and being able to win the game, or at least get those points of valor that I'm after. Alright, so then the Fate Tracker goes up by 1, and that is the end of that round. Next round, we're going to just stay right where we are. We're going to we're going to heal first, using the camping and the Wayfarer's Cloak that I have, and then we suffer the 2 energy drain from being in the Fey Realm. Okay. And then we roll skills. So we get a 2. That means we have 2 extra gold. We made that explore roll. This was either a 3 or a 7. Our rank is 9, so we would have made it either way. And then the 10 on navigate, we don't necessarily need to take that because we are stationary. We're not moving. All right, let's roll the circumstance die to see what we get. A 2. So now we're up against either the Forestborn Spectre, which is a spirit, the Etten, which is a monstrous humanoid, or the Black Unicorn. Black Unicorn is a level 5. It would give an Essence Vine. Oh, we should try it. We're not doing a whole ton of damage, so that is the problem here. But I think we can take it on. So we're going to do the combat with the Black Unicorn here. It's our first level 5. It's an undead opponent. Let's see, it's going to start, it is not dangerous, so that's a good thing. It has 16 health and 22 energy. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to use Healing Ray. In combat, Healing Ray creates 2 plus 1/3 molecular barrier, so that's 3 motes. So all right, so that, and then I'm also going to use 1 extra energy to defend. So I go down to 8 energy off the bat. The helpful Nixie is doing 2 damage to the black unicorn. Let's see what they do. So we roll a 1. Group health. The unicorn heals health equal to the damage dealt. All right, so it's going to do 6 health to all of us. Now the annoying pixie is going to take 2 damage, so he's down to 6. The helpful Nixie would die, but I've created 3 motes, Healing Ray, which would heal him to full. All right, and then I would take 3 damage. So I go down to 12 health. All right, and it heals back all of the damage that we would have done. So that was a wash. We didn't have anything good happen that round. All right, so next round I'm going to use Synthesis, and I'm going to steal energy, 7 energy from the black unicorn, and I'm going to be able to heal 1 target. At rank 6 I can use molecular barrier this round, so that means I can defend without using an energy. So I will do that, and then we have 2 damage coming in from the helpful Nixie. Let's see what the unicorn does. 4. Unyielding, dual target, energy drain. Alright, so 2 targets. Again, green is myself, blue is the annoying pixie, and yellow is the helpful Nixie. So we have the 2 highest is the 2 guys in our team here. So let's, this energy drain is actually going to kill the annoying pixie. It's doing 8 damage. He's only defending. Oh, it's not going to kill him. He's down to 2 health. He goes from 6 down to 2. So the annoying pixie is still with the group. I am going to heal the helpful Nixie though with my synthesis ability. So let's see what that does. That's 15 energy left on the black unicorn. It does spend that 3 energy, so he's actually at 12. And then he takes the 2 health damage, so he's down to 14 health and 12 energy. All right, next turn. Let's see, next turn I am going to use the Giant's Elixir. Actually, I used Molecular Barrier last round, so I'm going to be using that item on myself. Give myself a +6 to attack. So, let's see, that's also going to give me a raise of 10 health, so I go up to 22 health and 8 energy. And I am going to use Arrow of Light this round, which is going to hit for 11 damage because I have that +6 there. And that gets us really close, hopefully really close to killing this thing. And then I'm also going to spend 1 energy to defend as well for half rank. Let's see what it does. That's cut there. So it does a 1. So group health. The unicorn heals health equal to the damage dealt. Ugh. So it's going to actually kill the annoying pixie. So the annoying pixie goes away. I don't think we're going to be able to do this. it gets, so that's 2 damage that it would heal. All right, and then because I defended at rank 3, I would take 3, so I go down to 19. And then the helpful Nixie takes all 6. And the helpful Nixie also perishes. So he actually goes down as well. The black unicorn has killed both our helpful Nixie and the annoying pixie in one round. And he did enough damage to negate almost everything that I did. He's at 11 health at the moment. Okay, I think I'm gonna continue to try and take him out there. Though there's only one thing I can do, and let's just try and get him taken care of here. So I have to avenge the helpful Nixie at least. I care a little bit less for that annoying pixie, but all right. So this time I'm going to use Arrow of Light once more. I go down to 6 energy, and then that allows me to defend. I use that energy to defend as well. So I'm doing 11 damage. And as you can see, if he doesn't defend, they will be dead this turn. Well, the undead will be more dead. We roll a hex. Triple target health and energy. Any target who suffers damage becomes confused. All right, well, at least our damage goes through. And I did defend at half rank, which is going to be 3 that it protects from. So I take 2 health and 2 energy. I go down to 17 and 4. So our allies have been killed. However, the confusion does go off here, so we do become confused, but it does not persist beyond the end of combat. So we take down the black unicorn. We get 5 gold and 1 essence vine. We get to try for an essence vine. We are in the Fey realm, which means we would get 2. And again, this could be very lucrative for us. I'm going to spend 1 health and 1 energy. So I go down to 16 and 3 to reduce that roll by 5 one more time. And it becomes a crit success one more time. We get 4 more Nature's Essence, 4 more Essence Vines. Oh, so lucrative. All right, and then we also get the 5 gold. I need to put that down on here. We're up to 34 gold. And we get, last but not least, we get that fragment. So as awful as that circumstance was, I still think it was probably a good thing. All right, so we get 1 more sword fragment. Again, this one has the Fate Tracker symbol in the upper left. Because this is the first one of the round, we can of the game turn, we can ignore it. We either get +2 to our attack, +3 to our health, or 2 power-up cards. I'm thinking I should just do the +2 attack, because that is going to help us long term. Well, 2 power-up cards. I'm going to do the 2 power-up cards instead. So we get +1 second mastery and +1 first mastery. All right, so we go up a little bit. The nice thing is we do get the rank 8 synthesis. So that means at rank 8, after you heal a target with synthesis, next round boost Arrow of Light's rank by half synthesis rank. So that would give me a +4 to my attack. So that's actually a pretty good thing to have. All right, we are at 14 for Nature's Essence, for Essence Vines. I think we should try to stay here 1 more round before we go back to Elowen's Grove. We'll pick up a few items, and then we will continue our journey, possibly get a relic or 2, hopefully. And all right, so we are going to stay in the location that we are. We are camping. So we go up 4, we go up 2 energy. And let me put these cards away, and then we are going to roll our skills. All right, so we made everything except for explore, and then we go into our circumstance phase. We rolled a 5, so we can either fight the mossy corpse, which is a level 2, or we can take what is on the deck. Oh, actually, you know what? We are camping, so I'm actually going to take. I'm going to put this back up on here. I'm going to just take, because we're camping, I'm going to take that mossy corpse card, and we are going to avoid it. We technically we're cautious, so we can get rid of that card. All right, then we enter the event phase. I'm going to spend 1 health and 1 energy. I go down to 4 energy, 14 health, and we're going to harvest this great tree for nature's essence. We roll a 2 again, so that is 4 more essence vines. We're up to 18 essence vines. The end of the round, the fate cycle goes up to 4. Okay. All right, and then I think we're going to do this one more round, get our nature's essence up a good deal here. I feel like Tumnus is probably making kind of a cairn here in the forest for his 2 flying buddies who perished. All right, so we heal all health, and we go up to 6 energy. We get to roll our skills. So that is a crit, which means we heal 6 energy. We go up to full energy. We actually get 2 gold. We're up to 36 gold. And we don't need to worry about that fail on navigate because we are not moving. Let's roll for circumstance. We get a 4. So I think we're just going to ignore that card. The Magi's cultists are working in the area, but we are cautious and they don't see us. Okay, then during the event phase, let's see, I'm going to use 1 health and 1 energy. We go down to 14 health and 10 energy. And then we roll. We get a 4. It's a -2, so this is not. Oh no, it becomes a -5, right? Because I used that extra. So it does become a crit. You're up to 22 nature's essence for essence vines, and 10. We have 10 seeds. All right. Do we want to push it one more time here? I think we will. We'll do one more. Our fate tracker is at 4-1, so we just went up one more notch. Thankfully, our explorer is now 5, so if we leave the area here, we would be safe. We do have to put this the last battle site has been taken over by the Sentinels now. We heal to full because of camping and our Wayfarer's Cloak, which negates that energy drain that we take. Then we roll our skills, and I crit fail on that survival. I think I'll just take it, and then we suffer. Actually, I don't have much food, so I'm not gonna take it. I'm going to use my fawn ability to treat that as a success, a crit success. So if that becomes a crit success, we get to try for a seed. So I'm going to just leave that seed as just a normal roll. So we get a -2 to the roll. That becomes a 6. We get 2 seeds. because we are in the Fey realm. Okay, then I've made my HEXplore, so we are up to 38 gold. All right, and then at the end of the, well, after that we roll for a circumstance. We roll a hex. And we get Mischievous Little Devils. There are some Fey creatures that still evade Adramon's mind-wiping abilities here in the forest. Most of them are mischievous and love to hassle would-be travelers. Some, it would appear, even turn to a life of crime. The group loses an infused seed if they have one. If the group doesn't have one, each member suffers 3 damage instead. All right, so we lose a seed. I'll give it up for them. You know, I think they can just take one from me. I've got 11 left. And then we get to go into the event phase. I will roll. I'm going to actually spend 1 health and energy to give us a minus 3 to that roll, which is minus 5. All right, so that, I'll roll it on screen here. That was a 6. Actually, yeah, I should just treat it as what it was. So even though you guys didn't see it, it was a 6. A minus 5 becomes a hex. Oh, sorry. Before I do that, we have to roll to see what type of what type we're actually searching for. And we got a 5, so that's another essence vine. Oh, we've been super lucky. All right, so minus 5 to the roll. That's a 3, and that means we get 4 more. Go up to 26. So this starflower is becoming very potent. Very potent. This is going to be really good for us in toward the end of the game. Our fate tracker goes up by 1. You know what? Let's just do it one more time, because then we can go after Urgos and Hathawir, and we can try and save them both. I think that would be a good thing. So we're going to stay where we are. We heal 2 energy, and we go up to full health. Roll our skills. So we made survival, we made navigate, we missed explore. Then we roll for a circumstance. We get a 1, so maimed. So because this is an affliction, we get to draw another card. We have the red clover, which allows us to draw that card before we play maimed and play it instead. So this is a forest drake. It is magical nature. That means they are dangerous. So it gains 5 health and 5 energy. So I am going to simply... Actually, I think I'm just going to run away. Okay, fleeing from combat. During the declaration phase of combat, heroes who wish to flee must roll their navigate with a -2 bonus to the roll. If successful, they leave combat after the declaration phase and thus cannot be targeted. So we rolled a 7, -2 is 5, so we get to run from the battle. So once the entire group has fled, the group wanders. So I'm going to roll that wander die here. Rolled a 3, so we wander south. So we're no longer on the Great Tree. And I think that ends our spree of harvesting nature's essence. We came out with 11 total seeds and 26 vines. Pretty good haul. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is at the end of that turn, we are going to mark the fate tracker increase, and then we're going to move 1, go back into the Fey realm here. Actually, do we need anything in the Fey realm? Should I buy anything in the Fey realm? We don't have any hearts. Species Infusion might be good. Yeah, Fawn's Charm might also be good. Bone Charm might be good. Alright, yeah, I think we are going to purchase some things. So what we're going to do is move back here, and then we're going to move into the Grove. So we will go all three. We get a crit, which means we get to roll for an Essence Vine. We're no longer in the Wylds. We are still in the Grove. So we only will get we don't get the bonus extra Essence Vine, but we can still roll for it. So I'm going to spend 1 health and energy, go down to 9 energy, 14 health, and that's a -5 to the roll. So that's a 3. So that means we get 1. So then, let's see. The next thing we're gonna do is spend some of our items, some of our essence to get some items. So I'm going to get the Drums of Urgos for 3. So that we go down to 24. Then I'm going to get a Bone Charm. That's going to allow us to teleport us to a battle site, and that's for 2. Nope, that's for 1. So that's when we go down to 23. And then let's get the Fawn's Charm for 2. So we go down to 21. Fawn's Charm will protect us from conditions. Automatically negate 1 condition of your choice you suffer from while defending. So whenever I defend, I can get rid of a condition, and it doesn't function outside of combat. And then lastly, I think we are going to do a Species Infusion for 2. So that will go down to 19. Okay, so we've got a Species Infusion here. We are going to just shuffle these cards a bit. Okay, and we get to pick 3 races. Let's see what they are. So we have the Fairy, the Cid, or the Corrigan. So let's see. Corrigan are long-haired, diminutive, and mischievous, cousins to dwarves. Once per game turn for 2 energy, you may choose the target of 1 individual target attack. Well, because there's only 1 of me in the party, I don't know that that's going to be the best. The Cid, or I believe they're pronounced the she. Rare and stunningly beautiful, these violet-skinned fae barter skillfully with unwitting humans. Once per game turn for 2 energy, you may boost a target's skill rank by 1 for the remainder of the game turn. My skills are pretty high. So let's see, fairies. Fairies are spirits who rarely reveal themselves but enjoy aiding others. Anytime a hero rolls a skill die, you may spend 3 energy to lower the roll result by 2. That actually is great. I think if we're going to take the fairy ability here, that basically means that whenever we roll skills, we can spend 3 energy to lower the roll result by 2. So that's pretty good. So the Species Infusion allows our Fawn to also have the Fairy ability. Alright, so I think we're ready to move on. The next thing we're going to focus on doing, I think, is we're going to leave the Fey Realm. The Fate Tracker goes up. We are now at 4. Yeah, so we have 2 more blips on that Fate Tracker before we go up to 5, which means we would be losing our Explore ability at that point. So I'm hoping that we can get our Explore up by then. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to move. 1, we're going to exit the Fey Realm and go here. And then we're also going to, put this up here. Then we're also going to go 2, 3, and we're going to attempt that that destination here. So first of all, we have to roll skills. We are not moving cautiously. We rolled a hex on our explore, which means we get to try for a seed. We also get 2 gold, so we are up to 40 gold at the moment. We made survival, we made navigate, thankfully. So then we move on to the circumstance phase. Sorry about that. Then we roll a 5, so that becomes stolen. And stolen is unavoidable. Dozens of diminutive imps surprise you from behind the trees, aiming their greedy little hands at your food pouches. Each hero rolls survival. Those who fail have all of their food stolen from them. The imps manage to steal only half if you succeed. Satisfied, they disperse as quickly as they appeared, hiding inside the thick green canopy. So we're going to roll. I got a 7, which is a success. They only steal half. I only have 3, so... And then, let's see, after that, let's refill that slot. Oh, there's lots of difficult encounters on the board at the moment. All right, so the next thing that happens, we are going to attempt this destination. This destination is the Elder Gate. You've stumbled upon an old gate, which appears to be an active portal, perhaps one that leads into the Fey realm. Ha, we were just there. Oddly, this one isn't operated by Elowen's keepers, and it doesn't lead where we think it does. After inspecting the old structure, you come to the terrible realization that another power maintains it. Adramon. Her Mindwiped are at work inside, and they've acquired 2 fragments. Brave the area, attempt to close the portal, and stop the Mindwiped at all costs. Once you complete the assassination, roll the fate die and increase the fate tracker by the result. Ugh. Okay, that's not good. Well, so we have to roll all 3 of our skills on this one, and we need all 3 successes. Now that I'm the fairy, I can actually just... use my abilities, my racial ability to reduce these if I need to. Hopefully I don't need to. I rolled a 6 on survival, which is a success. I rolled a 5 on orange, which is a success. I'm sorry, a yellow explore, and a 3 on navigate. So we made it. We get to draw 2 fragment cards, and then at the end we have to increase that fate tracker by the roll of an 8-sided die. So the first one we get is the glaive. It's either going to give us a +1 attack, +1 to trait, or a power up. And I think I'm going to do the power up. We'll set that aside. +2, one of your choice. So this also has the Magi symbol on it. We get to ignore it. It's the first one. And if we roll the hex, nope, we didn't. So we don't get to ignore another one. But at least we get the +2 of our choice. So I think I'm going to make that healing ray. We're going to make that a rank 8. That's going to very much help us. Okay, then we get to draw another fragment, and this is the crown. So the crown, we do have to take that fate tracker increase, but it also gives that +1 to our explorer. So I think we should also take that +1 to explore. Now, one thing about the crown, there's only 2 fragments that make up the crown. If we draw the second crown fragment, we immediately have to fight the noble. He appears, he is a expansion boss. He just appears as soon as we get the second crown. So I'm going to go up my explorer by 1. We have to take that fate tracker increase. And then we roll the 8-sided die, and we see what this fate tracker increase becomes. It's a 2. So we are now at 5. And at the end of the round, it goes up 1 more. So we are at 5-2 for our fate tracker. Thankfully, we just received that +1 bonus to our Explorer, so our Explorer is still functioning. That's a good thing. And that's the end of that round, that turn. So that was a pretty good turn for us. We can get rid of the destination that's here. All right, well, I think the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Waypost, and then I think we need to start fighting. You know, the Sentinels on the board. We're going to try and release Urgos, who is down at the bottom here. And I'll readjust the camera so we can see that. So the first thing we're going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not moving cautiously. We're rolling all 3. Oh, I missed navigate, which means we would actually wander. I'm going to use the fairy ability to treat that as a -2 to the roll. So I go down to 6 energy. That becomes a success. The 3 for Explore means we get 2 gold, and the 8 is a success for our survival. Alright, so then the next thing that happens, we skip the circumstance phase, we go into the event phase. We're in a waypost, we can spend some of our gold. So right off the bat, I'm going to purchase 1 Heart of the Forest for 20 gold. In order for us to get the end of the game Valor point, we have 2 Valor points we're working on. One is to get 4 Hearts of the Forest, and the other is to get to influence Elowen. Now, one other thing. Hyperion enters the game immediately after the fate cycle increases to 5. So we place his token on the center of the Acropolis. Each turn during the villain phase, it moves toward the lowest level boss revealed on the game board at a speed of 3 hexes per turn. So we're going to place that here. So the lowest level boss is going to be the Death Moth. When it arrives on a boss location, the boss is defeated. Place a hex token on this location. Adramon's soul shield increases by 10 times the level of the boss. Oh. So Adramon is going to get really powerful really quickly, unless I take out Hyperion. And I don't know if I can do that the way that we are, the way that we're going here. So let's at the end of the turn it arrived, and then at the end of this turn it will move 3. All right, so let's spend some gold here. I spent 20 on a Heart of the Forest, leaving 22 gold left in my pack. I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to get a couple Moonroot. And that's going to cost 6. Goes down to 16. Then I'm going to get a couple of, maybe 1 trail maps. I'll get 1 trail maps for 3, just so we can put down another. Okay, another random hex tile here that contains a. Alright, so there's that one. This is E, which we do have a quest on, or a destination on E. So I'm just going to put this off to the side here. Alright, and then what else? Let's get workshop supplies for 4. We need to get 2 more workshop supplies in order to buy gear upgrades. So I think we'll see about doing that. All right, and then I think that's going to be the end of our turn. So at the end of our turn, then one other thing: when the fate cycle increases to 5, and every increase after, roll the fate die and add the fate cycle. So I have to roll the fate die. Oh, I rolled an 8. And add the fate cycle. The fate cycle is 5. If the result is greater than 10, Elowen becomes corrupted. Elowen's Grove now becomes her boss location. So Elowen is now evil. She has been taken over by the Magi. So not only do we have Hyperion on the board, but we also have Elowen as a taken over. So Elowen was just influenced by the Magi. She has just fallen to Adramon's power, and we can no longer go to the Grove in order to trade Nature's Essence. It's a good thing we stocked up on some items there before that happened. In this chapter of the Floromancer video, we saw quite a few things happen. We spent much of the time in the Fey Realm, specifically in the Wildlands, which is apart from the Fey Realm hex tile. We managed to defeat a black unicorn, but unfortunately 2 of our allies, the helpful Nixie and the annoying Pixie, they both died at the hands of the black unicorn. I was able to avenge their deaths, and we managed to defeat the unicorn, but it was not ideal. It would have been nice to be able to have those allies in the group a little longer, even despite the annoying Pixie. Okay, what else? We spent some of our Nature's Essence on a species infusion. So Tumnus, our Floromancer, now has 2 racial abilities. He has the Fawn's racial ability as well as the Fairy's racial ability. What else? So we managed to power up our Starflower quite a bit, and that's going to propel us into the end game where we can actually influence our enemies in a much greater capacity. So thanks for watching this video. As always, you can use the links below at the bottom of the video here to navigate to different sections. I hope this look at the game is enjoyable to you. And I hope you're looking forward to watching part 4. Thanks very much.